Sabbath. But I will knock Canelo out, bro. I will knock Canelo. I think I could be the first person to really stop and knock Canelo out, bro. Straight up. Yeah, he's been avoiding me for a very long time. A very long time. And every time I used to sit there and tell, you know, the reporters, like, why, and matchmakers and promoters, like, why are you guys keeping me from my opportunity? Why are you keeping me from showcasing that I'm one of the best fighters out there? Because what? Because I'm a horrible fighter?
Nah, nah.
Yo, yesterday, Canelo was a horrible fighter, bro. That is the definition of being horrible. No adjustments, no nothing, he could not do anything. So if you put me in that position to fight Canelo, I would say it will be similar to like what Terence did, of course, because we're both Southpaw. We both know how to cut angles. We know how to put punches in bunches. But I'm way more handsome. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I'm bigger. Yeah. All that. Like I believe today. Maybe when I had the opportunity to fight, if I did have the opportunity to fight Canelo then, I probably would have just beat him like that. But today, like if we fought today, I would knock him out. I will stop him.
Hey, yo.
I will stop Canelo today.
Hey, yo, I do feel that the boxing, the industry, the media, the boxing content creators, the independent media, the enthusiasts, whatever you want to call them, credible voices in the sport of boxing, they knew all along what type of trouble Canelo Alvarez has, what type of style he had trouble. And everybody knew who you were coming into the professional level. Everybody know, even in the class, even Bud Crawford that came from the same class, everybody know you were the #1 fighter in America. You would possess all the skills, the talent, the IQ. But I think collectively, the boxing industry, for whatever reason, kept you for not getting that opportunity. And they tried to try to stay within the narrative, to probably keep their relationships with the powers that be, the guy that was driving the money in the sport of boxing. But they did a hell of a job in trying to keep you and suppressing you into getting the biggest opportunity. Unification bouts, like I said, undisputed bouts versus the likes of Canelo, the likes of Triple G, but especially Canelo, because y'all been linked to fight ever since the 154-pound division. Now that the world saw Canelo Alvarez be humble with the skill set that a lot of people feel mimic what you could have done, right? Now the world is humble. And I feel like now people need to stop with saving the narrative. Stop protecting faces of boxing, driving the force, because when you get your opportunity, just like Bud Crawford, if Bud Crawford didn't get this opportunity, we never would have been like, oh, this is a historic victory. I think it's time for people to start and really opening their eyes that if they give Demetrius Andrade that opportunity versus Canelo Alvarez, that you would do what you just said you're going to do to Canelo Alvarez. And you stand on that. You would knock out Canelo Alvarez.
I will knock Canelo out, bro. I will stop Canelo. I will knock. We can, I know how does every year I fought David Benavidez, my last fight, bro, which I didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for me to do that, but at the end of the day, I wanted the challenge. I had to do what I had to do. It's my career. Also, it's hard for me to get fights. First and foremost, I got a family to feed too. This is how I live my life, is through boxing, bro. And I have to box to be able to invest into things after boxing. So therefore, I got to take these fights. I got to take challenges. I got to get in there and do what I have to do. I did Canelo's pretty much say dirty work because I wasn't even at 168 pounds. I was the champion at 160. Canelo went up to 168 and went on that run. I was willing to go fight Billy Joe Saunders.
He popped dirty.
And they did. They used my name, Billy Joe, to get Canelo, make the deal with Billy Joe Saunders, and make sure that there was more money on the table, or Billy Joe would have fought me. I would have trashed Billy Joe too, and then that would have lined up me and Canelo. But nope. What Canelo do? He did it. He made sure nobody fought. He made sure nobody fought for when he fought Caleb Plant, when he fought Billy Joe. Whenever he did his little
Callum
Europe
Smith.
kid that nobody knows of, that yeah, when he went on his to be unified champion, he stopped everybody from fighting, made the deal so nobody can get in the way of like nobody can get in the way of that if that person got beat by a better fighter like myself. 154 pounds. 154 pounds. He said he didn't care for belts. I had the WBO at 154 pound. Me.
You,
I
a matter
got
of fact,
stripped.
you would give him the opportunity, and then he fought Kirkland.
Yeah, he was my mandatory. Yeah, he was my mandatory. Canelo at 154 pounds for the WBO. He said he didn't care for belts at that time. What happened? We didn't get no fights. I get stripped. Next thing you know, he's fighting Lima Collins, one of the Smith brothers. 160. I'm trying to chop down. I'm trying to get in there with Triple G. I'm trying to get in there with Canelo again. I'm fighting my way up to be where I need to be world champion. I become WBO world champion at 160 pounds. He goes fights Triple G. Now you need to be undisputed by fighting Demetrius Andrade. Oh, paperwork. So this, like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? This is just real history. It's facts. People can go and actually research this. And if you know boxing, you know. To me, it's just like it sucks to be the gift and the curse of being so talented and beating everybody in the amateurs, showing, you know what I'm saying? And you get Canelo, who is, you know, he has a beautiful, big country behind him. And the Mexican people, beautiful people, love the sport of boxing. You know, they help this foundation in the U.S. I mean, my hat goes on. They follow their fighters. You know what I'm saying? That is big. So yeah, okay, like you said, the driving the cash cow. Like I get that part. I get that part. But are we not supposed to see the best fight the best at their time when that's supposed to happen? Is that what boxing is supposed to be about? Is like, okay, I might not be the world popular. Yo, do you know how many people know Canelo? Not a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people know Canelo? Not a lot. Like, there's a lot of people in this world that did not watch the fight last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that don't know who Canelo's name is. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't know. There's more than like, but anyways, so therefore you're not supposed to fight me because I'm not the most popular person in the whole wide world. That's crazy, bro. Nobody is.
You know what it is?
The president, should I say? Just the president. Just the president.
I think
only person that's known in the whole wide world is fucking Trump. Like,
I think that people don't want to admit it, but I think that it went from,
bro.
It went from, I think people don't want to admit it. I think it went from people wanted to see the best fighting the best to people wanted to protect the best. If you protect the